the tournament, and they will be taking team in this game. They were the number one team in the regular season, finishing with a record of 13-5, so they get home field, and they will bat second in this game. The Durham Lords will be the visiting team in this game. Humber winning earlier today 7-4 over the Seneca Sting, and the Durham Lords winning 6-2 over the St. Clair Saints to advance to this game. The winner of this game tonight will advance to the gold medal game or games tomorrow afternoon here at Kinsmen Stadium. So a lot on the line, because the winner of this game will get at least one crack. Well, they'll get two cracks at winning the provincial championship tomorrow, because it is a double elimination tournament. So if once you lose twice, you're out of the tournament. That's what's happened to the Seneca Sting at this point. Seneca lost its opening game 7-4 to Humber today, and just a short time ago, they were defeated by St. Clair 10-0. So Seneca is eliminated from the tournament. The loser of this game between Durham and Humber will take on St. Clair tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock in the bronze medal game. The loser of that game will get the bronze medal. The winner of that game will advance to play the winner of this game tomorrow afternoon at 1 o'clock. So that sets you up with what's happening in the tournament. Let's talk about the teams now. The Humber Hawks are the defending OCAA champions and won this tournament last year here at Kinsmen Stadium. They were the gold medal winners over St. Clair in the championship game last year. Humber winning the silver medal in 2017, bronze medals in 2016 and 2015, and also in 2013. So Humber has medaled many times, 5 times in 6 years, including the gold medal last year. The Durham Lords have not won a medal at this tournament since the 2014 season when they won silver. And in 2013, they were also silver medalists, each time losing to the St. Clair Saints in the championship. So the Humber Hawks have taken the field. Starting pitcher in this game will be number 13, Steve Huff. And Steve Huff making his first appearance of the tournament. And he is a tall right-handed pitcher who will face a Durham Lords team that has played very well. They come into this game with an 11-game winning streak, including the victory earlier today over the St. Clair Saints. Stephen Huff was started 4 games this year for the Humber Hawks, compiling a record of 3 wins and 2 losses. He made 5 appearances, posted an earned run average of 3.84, 13 strikeouts and 10 walks in 27 1/3 innings. So good season. He is a 4th-year pitcher, so certainly a veteran and a member of last year's championship team that won the gold medal. The Durham Lords will counter with Connor May. He will start this game on the mound, and we'll talk about him a little bit later on. Let's take a look at the lineup now. Defensively for Humber, it'll be Hunter Bisser, the catcher. Aiden Murphy's at first base. Jared Gonzalez at second. Sam LaBelle at short. Ty Martin at third base. Right fielder is Stephen Narabecki. Liam Sutherland in center field, and Dennis DeBanning is the left fielder. The Durham Lords will be led off by their second baseman, number 7, Jordan D'Amico. The Durham Lords, the visiting team, are wearing the green jerseys and also wearing the dark jerseys. The Humber Hawks, they were wearing blue, but the blue and green looking a little bit similar for you on your live stream screen. As Jordan D'Amico steps to the plate and takes the first pitch from Steve Huff, and it is ball 1. Jordan D'Amico is a left-handed hitter and will check his swing but end up fouling it out of play. So it's a ball and a strike to Jordan D'Amico. The Durham lineup looks like this. D'Amico leading off. Griffin Oliver will bat second. He's the shortstop. Sam Cocker will bat third. He is the catcher. The 1-2 pitch is hit hard back to Huff, and he will gobble it up and flip it over to first for the first out of the game. And Jordan D'Amico is retired 1-3. So that'll bring up shortstop number 6, Griffin Oliver. Griffin Oliver had a couple of hits in the first game in the 6-2 victory for the Durham Lords over the St. Clair Saints. Pitch is taken at the knees for strike one. Sam Cocker will be on deck. He's batting third. Riley Gray will bat cleanup in this game, center fielder, followed by Jake LeGros, the third baseman. Oliver takes that pitch inside for a ball, 1-1. Connor May, the pitcher, will bat sixth. Palmer Cruikshank, first baseman, will bat seventh. Jake Story batting eighth in left field, and Jonathan McIntosh playing right field will bat ninth. That pitch is low to Griffin Oliver. Count is 2 balls and a strike. Just underway here, top of the first inning, no score, 1 away for the Durham Lords. The 2-1 pitch is high. Ball 3, 3-1 to Griffin Oliver. Winner of this game goes to the gold medal game tomorrow afternoon here at Kinsmen Stadium. Loser will face St. Clair Saints in an elimination game tomorrow morning at 10. Steve Huff is ready. Pitch is taken outside for a ball. Ball 4, and it's a walk for Griffin Oliver and a base runner for Durham with 1 away. And that'll bring up the catcher, number 13, Sam Cocker. Not playing in this game for Durham is Fernando Suarez, designated hitter all season long, and the number 1 hitter won the batting championship as Cocker hits that ball to right field, and that's going to be fairly easy for Stephen Narabecki to catch in right field for the second out of the inning. So 2 away now, and Oliver chased back to first base. 2 away, runner on first, and that brings up the cleanup hitter, center fielder, number 32, Riley Gray. Again, Fernando Suarez would normally bat fourth for Durham, but he was hit by a pitch in the game, the 6-2 victory over St. Clair. And with that pitch, after he was hit in frustration, tossed his bat as Riley Gray takes a strike, 0-1. And the bat went out of play, and Suarez was ejected from the game, and that's made him ineligible to play in this game against Humber tonight. Gray swings and misses, strike 2. Riley Gray, one of the 5 OCAA All-Stars for the Durham Lords in the 2019 season. Steve Huff is ready. He's got an 0-2 count. Griffin Oliver at first base does not go. Pitch is swung on and missed for strike 3, and the inning is over. So, no runs, no hits, 1 runner left on base on the walk to Griffin Oliver, and half an inning in the books here in this game between Durham and Humber. Durham, no score, Humber coming to bat. You're watching the OCAA live coverage of the 2019 OCAA Men's Baseball Championship live stream on Sports Canada TV, brought to you by Bel Air Direct Insurance. Going to the bottom of the first inning, Humber coming to bat here in a scoreless game. Durham Lords in green and the Humber Hawks, the defending OCAA champions, in blue with their gold numbers. Starting pitcher for the Durham Lords will be number 20, Connor May. Started 3 games this year, posted a record of 2 wins and no losses. Tossed 25 1/3 innings and posted an earned run average of 3.04. 22 strikeouts against 10 walks. Also threw 1 complete game in the season. Last time these 2 teams met, it was a 9-2 victory for Durham over the Humber Hawks. That game played at Connorvale Park in Etobicoke. But earlier in the season, the Humber Hawks swept a doubleheader here at Kinsmen Stadium against Durham with final scores of 7-4 and 7-1. That was back on September the 14th. That's going back a little bit now, a little more than a month ago. So Humber winning the season series 2-1. The leadoff hitter will be Stephen Narabecki, the right fielder. Set the Durham defense for you here at first base. Palmer Cruikshank, Jordan D'Amico at second, Griffin Oliver at short, Jake LeGros at third base. The catcher is Sam Cocker. Connor May on the mound is the starting pitcher for Durham in this game. And the first pitch to Narabaki is high for ball one. In the outfield, it'll be Jake Story in left, Riley Gray in center field, and Jonathan McIntosh will be in right field. Connor May's 1-0 pitch is grounded hard to second base. Jordan D'Amico's got it. He fires on to first, and he's got his man. One away. So a quick out for the Durham defense, and that will bring up Hunter Bisser, the catcher. Number 2, a veteran member of this Humber Hawks team. Bisser, a fourth-year player for the Hawks. Pitch taken inside for ball one. Hunter Bisser from Toronto. One of a number of players on this team that looking to have the Humber Hawks repeat as OCAA champions. That ball is hammered to right field. That's a fair ball. That's in the corner. Bisser goes around first, going to second, and he was in there with a stand-up double. So Bisser with a one-out double off of Connor May, and that's the first hit of the ball game and the first base runner of the ball game for the Humber Hawks. So Bisser is at second base, and that will bring up center fielder Liam Sutherland. Sutherland, another veteran player on this team. For Mississauga, he's also in his fourth year and a big member of last year's championship team that won the Ontario Championship. Runner at first, one out here, bottom of the first inning, no score between the Humber Hawks and the Durham Lords. Connor May is ready. That ball is hit hard to short. Griffin Oliver comes up with it. He'd go to third, and he makes a decision there where he didn't have enough time to get the runner at third base. So it's a fielder's choice. Liam Sutherland is safe at first, and there are runners at the corners now with one out. Oliver made a good job of getting to that ball. Probably should have gone to first with it. And that'll bring up the cleanup hitter, Dennis DeBanning. Dennis DeBanning, left fielder, coming up here with runners at the corners and one away. Connor May's pitch is hit hard to shortstop, bobbled, flipped to second for one, and they will not get the runner at first. It's an RBI fielder's choice for Dennis DeBanning, and it's a 1-0 lead for the Humber Hawks. So, DeBanning on first with an RBI fielder's choice. 1-0 Humber. The batter is Sam LaBelle, the shortstop. That ball is hit to first base, and it's off the glove of Palmer Cruikshank at first. DeBanning turning around second, going to third. Throw comes in, and safe at third. Now they throw to second, and they get the runner at second to end the inning. Sam LaBelle tried to stretch it to go to second and takes Humber out of what could have been a very big inning. They do get one run on a couple of hits, but they leave a runner and could have had runners at second and third with two out. So one run in, and we've played an inning here at Oshawa's Kinsmen Civic Memorial Stadium. It is the Humber Hawks 1 and the Durham Lords no score. You're watching OCAA Live. This is the 2019 Men's Baseball Championship live stream on Sports Canada TV, brought to you by Bel Air Direct Insurance. So a very fast inning here in Oshawa at Kinsmen Civic Memorial Stadium. Brian Oliver here to call this fourth game of the OCAA Men's 2019 Baseball Championships live stream on Sports Canada TV. Humber leading by a score of 1-0. A run coming in on a fielder's choice by Dennis DeBanning, who reached and knocked in Hunter Bisser with an RBI to get the first run of the game. Hunter Bisser hit a double and later came around to score for the first run of the ball game. So 1 run on 2 hits for Humber, no runs on no hits for Durham as we head to the second inning. Jake Legros will be the leadoff hitter for the Durham Lords. They are in the green jerseys. The blue jerseys belong to the Humber Hawks. As Legros takes a look at the first pitch, it's low for ball 1. Jake Legros, third baseman, wears jersey number 9. That ball is low, hits the plate, bounces up high, and comes close to your vantage point on the live stream. As Connor May will chase that ball down. He's the batter on deck for the Durham Lords, the pitcher in this game. Legros with a 2-0 count. That ball is low for ball 3. 3 balls, no strikes. Facing Steve Huff, the starting pitcher for the Humber Hawks. Pitch is high, ball 4. It's a 4-pitch walk for Jake Legros. Second walk of the ball game issued by Steve Huff. He stranded a walk to Griffin Oliver in the first inning. That'll bring up Connor May. Connor May, jersey number 20, in at the plate now, and he is the starting pitcher in this game for the Durham Lords. Bats from the left side. Squares to bunt, fouls it away. Trying to get a bunt down and trying to get Jake Legros over to second base and into scoring position. Durham trailing this game 1-0 early. We're in the top of the second inning. Humber with a single run in the bottom of the first inning to take the lead in this game. The winner of this game goes to the gold medal games tomorrow here at Kinsmen Stadium. The losing team in this game will play again tomorrow against the St. Clair Saints in the bronze medal game, and the winner of that game will face the winner of this game for the championship. Connor May takes that pitch inside. It's a ball and a strike. 1-1. Humber not happy with that call that Connor May took for ball 1, and the umpire had a few words for the Humber bench on that. They disputed that call. Connor May scores to bunt. It's low and in the dirt. Hunter Bisser able to block it and keep it nearby. Jake Legros not able to advance. 2 balls and a strike to Connor May. The Durham pitcher looking to help his own cause here in the top of the second inning. Scores to bunt again. He gets it down. That is in play. Huff will come up with it, throw it over to first. He's got his man. Connor May is retired, but it's a perfect sacrifice bunt. And Jake Legros moves into scoring position with 1 away. So that'll bring up first baseman, number 12, Palmer Cruikshank. Cruikshank playing first base in this game. with an opportunity to get his team back on level ground. Durham trailing at the moment, 1-0. We're in the top of the second inning. Cruikshank had a single in the opening game, and he takes that pitch off the arm. It's a hit batter, and Cruikshank, who was hit a number of times during the season with pitches, trots down to first base, and now it's 2 on with 1 away, and that'll bring up Jake Story, the left fielder. So you take base runners any way you can get them. That is the third base runner of the game for Durham. 2 reaching by walk, and the other now by a hit pitch. The first pitch to Jake Story is taken for strike 1 from Steve Huff. Jake LeGros is at second. Palmer Cruikshank is at first base. 1 away here in the Durham second. Durham, the visiting team. That ball is taken just at the knees. Story not happy with that call, shakes his head. Count is no balls and 2 strikes to Jake Story. Opportunity here for the Lords to get on the board, and time is called as Hunter Bisser is going to go out and talk to his pitcher, Steve Huff. They're going to go over their signals again, and perhaps keeping an eye on the reactions of Jake LeGros at second base, who can see the signals as Hunter Bisser, the Humber catcher, puts the signals down. We're ready to go again. Count is 0-2 to Jake Story. 1 away here, 2 on. Pitch is just off the corner for ball 1. 1 ball and 2 strikes. As Huff trying to paint the corner there, doesn't get it. Lords looking for a hit here to tie the ball game. Story will put that ball in play. It's going to go to second base, and Palmer Cruikshank wisely stopped to avoid the double play. He stopped and forced the second baseman, Jared Gonzalez, to come and tag him, and that allowed Jake Story to reach first base on a fielder's choice. So now runners at first and third as Jonathan McIntosh comes to the plate now. So runner at third with 2 out. So the force out, or rather the tag out by Gonzalez as Jonathan McIntosh looks at strike 1 from Steve Huff. Jake LeGros moving down to third on that last play. Looking to get home any way he can as McIntosh fouls that one to the first base side, and the count is 0-2. Jonathan McIntosh, known to his teammates as Johnny Mac, playing right field in this game, number 22. 0-2 pitch. It hit him. It hit him. And he goes down to first, and he is out at first. So it was a strikeout, and completed strikeout as the catcher throws down to first base. That was an odd play, as it wasn't clear exactly what the call was right off the bat, but Jonathan McIntosh is out on the strikeout. The inning is over, and the Lords strand 2 runners, and we've played an inning and a half. It is Humber leading the Durham Lords by a score of 1-0. You're watching OCAA Live. This is the 2019 OCAA Men's Baseball Championship live stream on Sports Canada TV, brought to you by Bel Air Direct Insurance. Going to the bottom of the second now between the Humber Hawks and the Durham Lords. This is the battle of the two unbeaten teams in the 2019 OCAA Men's Baseball Championship. Humber coming into this game with a 7-4 victory earlier today over the Seneca Sting. And the Durham Lords were 6-2 winners over the St. Clair Saints in the second game of the tournament. Humber with one run that came in the bottom of the first inning on an RBI fielder's choice by Dennis DeBanning that scored Hunter Bisser to give the Humber Hawks a 1-0 lead. So one run on two hits for the Hawks. No runs on no hits for Durham, although they have had 3 base runners in this game. On 2 walks and a hit by pitch. So the leadoff hitter will be Aiden Murphy, the first baseman. Big swing on that offering from Connor May. Strike 1. Aiden Murphy wears jersey number 24. Humber in the blue jerseys with the gold numbers. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That is fouled to the left side, strike 2. Aiden Murphy will be followed by third baseman Ty Martin and then designated hitter Cam Wilcox. So these are the 6, 7, and 8 hitters in the lineup for Humber to start this second inning. Connor May's pitch is taken, strike 3 called. First strikeout of the game for Connor May as that pitch looked outside and then it just tailed back in over the plate, and Aiden Murphy could not pull the trigger on it, and that's the first out of the second inning. So one away, nobody on. And it'll be Ty Martin, the third baseman, number 26. He's a left-handed hitter. And he takes the first pitch low for ball 1. Humber Hawks, defending OCAA champions, looking to do it again. Standing in their way are the Durham Lords and, of course, the St. Clair Saints, who are still alive in the tournament. As that ball is hit by Ty Martin down the left field line, that's a fair ball. That is going to be a double as the ball comes into second. Pretty close, but Martin is in there with a double, sliding in. As Jake Story got to the ball pretty quickly, but Ty Martin's speed got him there with a double. And that's a runner at second with one away. Third hit of the ball game for the Hawks, and the second double. Hunter Bisser also doubled in the first inning. So the designated hitter Cam Wilcox will come to the plate. Back in the earlier game between Humber and Seneca, that game was 4-4 in the 6th inning until the Humber Hawks scored 3 runs in the 6th inning to go ahead 7-4 and hold on to win that game. That was a very close game as Wilcox fouls that first pitch from Connor May, strike 1. Seneca was subsequently eliminated from the tournament after the loss to Humber. They faced the St. Clair Saints and they lost 10-0. That game ending about an hour ago. Second pitch into Cam Wilcox is in there for a strike, 0-2. Connor May, starting pitcher for the Durham Lords. Has an 0-2 count to the designated hitter Cam Wilcox. Here's the 0-2 pitch, it's high. Cocker has to go upstairs to haul that in. So the count goes to a ball and 2 strikes. Base runner is Ty Martin at second base. Just doubled. Here's the 1-2 pitch from Connor May. That ball is in play to second base. Jordan D'Amico is up with it, throws it over to first, Palmer Cruikshank. And that's the second out of the inning. Coming down to third is Ty Martin. So 2 out and a runner on third now for the Hawks, and it'll be the number 9 hitter Jared Gonzalez. Gonzalez had a good first game in the tournament for the Hawks. He's the number 9 hitter. Second-year player for the Hawks. First pitch is fouled to the left field, or to the left field line. Bounces well foul before it gets to third base, so that's strike one. Ty Martin, the runner at third base for the Hawks, looking to come home with the second run of the ball game for Humber. We're in the bottom of the second inning in a 1-0 game in favor of the Hawks. Connor May's pitch is fouled to the right side. Count is 0-2, so Connor May very quickly ahead of Jared Gonzalez. This is Jared Gonzalez's first at bat of the game. Here comes the 0-2 pitch from Connor May. It is lifted to right field. Jonathan McIntosh is there. He's got it, and the inning is over. So no runs for Humber. They strand a runner at third base and not able to cash him. We've played 2 innings. It is Humber Hawks 1 and the Durham Lords no score. You're watching OCAA Live. This is the 2019 Men's Baseball Championship live stream on Sports Canada TV, brought to you by Bel Air Direct Insurance. Third inning coming up here at Kinsmen Civic Memorial Stadium in Oshawa, Ontario. Brian Oliver bringing you play-by-play coverage of this fourth game of the OCAA 2019 Men's Baseball Championship. And it's a 1-0 lead for the Humber Hawks after 2 innings. Humber's run coming in the bottom of the first inning. Humber with 1 run on 3 hits so far. For Durham, no runs and no hits. And 3 runners left on base, though. And leading things off here in the third inning will be the leadoff hitter, Jordan D'Amico. The first 4 batters in the Durham lineup were all OCAA All-Stars, as named last night at the league banquet, as D'Amico takes ball 1. That ball is hit to second side, and it's going to be a base hit as D'Amico trots down to first. That is the first hit of the ball game for the Durham Lords. So D'Amico is at first with nobody out, and that'll bring up the shortstop, Griffin Oliver. He walked and was stranded at first base back in the first inning. So, base runner for Durham Lords. Here in the top of the third inning, the Lords trailing 1-0. Steve Huff is ready. Hits Griffin Oliver. Oliver tries a drag bunt, swings through it, and fouls it away. And it goes off the catcher. And we're going to have a bit of a delay here as the home plate umpire is going to give the catcher a few seconds to recover from the foul ball that contacted him after Oliver fouled it away. Jordan D'Amico is the base runner at first for the Durham Lords. Griffin Oliver is the batter, left-handed hitter. Here's the 0-1. Swing They throw down to second. D'Amico is out at second base. D'Amico not able to get under the tag. He is thrown out by Hunter Bisser. That's one away. So it's a caught stealing. Possibly a hit and run was there as Griffin Oliver took a swing at that, trying to protect his base runner. Was not able to make contact with it. Now the count is 0-2. 0-2 pitch is put into play, and it bounces easily to Steve Huff. He'll underhand it over to first base for the out, 2 away. So a promising start to the inning for the Durham Lords with runner on first and nobody out. Now all of a sudden there's nobody on with 2 out. And that brings up Sam Cocker. He is the catcher, and he is 0 for 1 in the ball game. He flied out to right in the first inning. First pitch is taken. It's outside, ball 1. If Cocker reaches, he would be followed by the cleanup hitter, center fielder Riley Gray. Cocker takes that pitch in there for a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike. The Durham catcher, one of 5 OCAA All-Stars. Tries to check his swing. Did he go? He did not go. The appeal down to first base is denied, so the count goes to 2 balls and 1 strike to Sam Cocker. Nobody on here for Durham. We're in the top of the 3rd inning. That pitch is taken for a strike. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Off speed, taken, strike 3. The inning is over. So Sam Cocker is caught looking. That is the 3rd strikeout of the ball game for Steve Huff. So we've played 2.5 innings now. Humber leading Durham in this 4th game of the tournament by a score of 1-0. Bottom of the 3rd coming up. You're watching the OCAA live coverage of the 2019 Men's Baseball Championship of the OCAA live stream on Sports Canada TV, brought to you by Bel Air Direct. So we go to the 3rd inning here in Oshawa at Kinsmen Stadium in a 1-0 lead for the Humber Hawks over the Durham Lords. Humber with 1 run in the 1st inning. We haven't had any scoring since that point. 1 run on 3 hits so far in the ball game for Humber. No runs on 1 hit for Durham. It'll be the top of the lineup for the Humber Hawks here in the 3rd inning. It'd be the 1, 2, and 3 hitters, Stephen Narabecki, Hunter Bisser, and Liam Sutherland coming up here to face Connor May in the 3rd inning. What's at stake in this game? Well, the winner of this game will automatically go to the gold medal matchup tomorrow afternoon. Game scheduled at 1 o'clock. The winner will play that game at 1 o'clock, the gold medal matchup. The loser of this game will face the St. Clair Saints in an elimination game at 10 o'clock. St. Clair Saints eliminating Seneca earlier, so St. Clair awaiting the loser of this game, and because both of those teams will have 1 loss, whoever loses this game along with the St. Clair Saints, and the winner of that game will face the winner of this game for the gold medal and the 2019 OCAA Championship. The Humber Hawks are the defending champions. bunt laid down. It's a foul ball. Stephen Narabecki, 0 for 1 in the ball game, led things off with a ground out to second base. Tried a bit of a drag bunt there, but fouled it off. Looked like it went off his baseball shoe. Count is 0-1. Connor May is ready. Pitcher, and that pitch is taken inside for a ball. 1-1 is the count. Humber Hawks 1, Durham Lords no score. Bottom of the third inning. That pitch is in there for a strike. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Current temperature has dropped from 11 degrees now down to 7 degrees. So it is a chilly evening, but the wind has certainly diminished, and that is helping keep things not too cold. That ball is hit to right field. Jonathan McIntosh, the right fielder, is under it. He's got it. As that ball hung up, it was a well-hit ball by Narabecki, but Jonathan McIntosh is able to grab it, and that is the first out of the third inning for the Humber Hawks. That'll bring up Hunter Bisser. He doubled and scored the only run of the game back in the first inning. So 7 degrees the temperature right now, and probably could drop another degree or two before this game is over. But the wind now just down to 10 kilometers an hour, so it's not exceptionally windy, which helps a lot. First pitch from Connor May to Hunter Bisser is low for ball 1. Bisser has 1 of the 3 Humber hits in this game. That pitch is very high. Ball 2, 2-0. Hunter Bisser from Toronto, 4th-year catcher, part of Humber's championship team from a year ago. The 2-0 pitch is in there for a strike. Durham looking for a 3-up, 3-down inning. The 2-1 pitch is low. 3 balls and a strike now to Hunter Bisser. Waiting on deck is Liam Sutherland, the center fielder. Count is 3-1 to Hunter Bisser. Connor May's pitch is fouled back for strike 2. Count runs full. In the regular season, these teams met 3 times. Humber winning here a doubleheader, both games of a doubleheader, 7-4 and 7-1 back in September. Then last week, the teams met in Etobicoke. As that pitch is taken for ball 4, Hunter Bisser earns a 1-out walk and trots down to first base, and here comes Liam Sutherland. These teams meeting just over a week ago in Etobicoke at Connorville Park. That game was a 9-2 victory for Durham over Humber. So Liam Sutherland comes up now. He is 0 for 1 in the ball game, hit into a fielder's choice back in the first inning. He fouls that one away. 0-1. It's a good veteran lineup for the Humber Hawks. Lots of experience. Connor May will check Hunter Bisser back to first base. He's in there standing. Count is no balls, 1 strike. That ball is hit through the hole between first and second. That's a base hit as Liam Sutherland singles to right. And it's now runners at first and second with 1 away. And that brings up Dennis DeBanning. Dennis DeBanning hit into a fielder's choice in the first inning. And that fielder's choice knocked in the first run of the ball game. Hunter Bisser, who's now in second, ended up scoring from third base on that fielder's choice. So that's the first run of the ball game. So DeBanning officially 0 for 1 in the ball game, batting in the cleanup position, and sees his two teammates on base and looking to cash one or both of them in if he can here in the third inning. DeBanning fouls that off to the right side, strike one. Dennis DeBanning is in his fourth year. Finished sixth in the OCAA this year in slugging percentage at .596. Had three doubles and two triples. A couple of home runs. 12 runs batted in. And 8 stolen bases. Player who can do it all. And has great speed. Count is 0-1. DeBanning will hit that ball to the right side, and it's also foul. The count is 0-2. So Connor May quickly ahead. One run on 4 hits so far for the Humber Hawks. Connor May has struck out one batter, and he's issued one walk. 0-2 is the count to Dennis DeBanning. He takes that one high. Count is 1-2. DeBanning not prepared to offer on that high pitch. Did strike out 13 times this year. That ball is fouled to the left side. Count remains a ball and 2 strikes. Hunter Bisser will go back to second. Liam Sutherland back to first. Humber looking to add on to a 1-0 lead here in the bottom of the third inning. And a ticket to the gold medal matchup on the line here in this game between the Durham Lords and the Humber Hawks. Here's the 1-2 from Connor May. That ball is fouled to the right side. We'll do it all over again. A lot of baseballs being lost and being retrieved in various parts of the stadium and outside the stadium and outside the walled confines here of Kinsmen Stadium, an old ballpark that dates back to the late 1940s here in Oshawa. Ball players love playing in this ballpark. The 1-2 pitch from Connor May is fouled off to the left side. Count still 1-2. A lot of ivy along the walls, draping the walls of the concrete walls. 352 down the left field line. 400 to left center. 395 to right center. And 324 feet down the right field line. It's a big ballpark, big playing surface, lots of foul ground as well. But its enclosed feeling gives it a real sense of a stadium. The 1-2 pitch is hit hard to right field. Jonathan McIntosh is chasing it, and he's not able to get to it. That lands in. Here comes the first run. It is Hunter Bisser coming around second, and he will score on a double by Dennis DeBanning. It's 2-0 Humber here in the bottom of the third inning. Liam Sutherland comes around to third on that double by Dennis DeBanning. He has both RBIs in the ball game so far for the Humber Hawks. Runners at second and third now, and just one away. Sam LaBelle will come up now, 1 for 1 in the ball game. OCAA Rookie of the Year at the plate now for the Humber Hawks. A couple of runners in scoring position and one away. He fouls that back, 1-2. And you can see, DeBanning did there. He fouled off a lot of pitches, kept fouling off, staying alive, fouling off, and finally got the pitch that he wanted and was able to drive it to right field and bring home the second Humber run. It's a veteran hitter. Connor May with an 0-1 pitch. That is grounded foul left side. Connor May is ahead 0-2. LaBelle in his first year batted .354 for the Humber Hawks with a .417 on base percentage. 23 hits, 16 RBI. Here's the 0-2 pitch. It's in the dirt. Sam Cocker makes a great block there. So that ball gets past him. That's guaranteed a run coming in from third. Catcher doing a great job there to keep the ball in front of him. Count is now 1 ball and 2 strikes. Sam LaBelle looking to add on to a 2-0 Humber lead here in the third inning. And he takes it inside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. LaBelle 1 for 1 in the game. He singled back in the first inning, but was thrown out trying to stretch that single into a double. Swings and misses at strike 3, and that's the second out of the inning. And it's a big out for the Durham Lords. It takes away the sacrifice fly opportunity. Second strikeout for Connor May. And Aiden Murphy will be the batter now, number 24. Bats from the right side. He's 0 for 1 in the ball game, struck out looking in the second inning. Second and third, 2 out for Humber here. Bottom of the third. 2-0 is the score for the Humber Hawks. Pitch taken inside, just missing for ball 1. Aiden Murphy with the 1-0 count. He will swing through that one. 1 ball, 1 strike. Second-year player. Finished 7th in on-base percentage in the league at .475. And hit .354 for his batting average during the season with 12 RBI. The 1-1 pitch is taken, strike 2. So Murphy now behind 1-2. Liam Sutherland is the base runner at third. Dennis DeBanning is the runner at second. Both in scoring position here for Aiden Murphy with 2 out in the Humber third. The 1-2 pitch is hit to the right side foul. Lined pretty hard. But behind on that was Aiden Murphy. The count remains 1-2. The Hawks have stranded a couple base runners in this game. But an opportunity here to add on to a 2-0 lead in the third inning. So much at stake in this ball game. The count is 1-2. Connor May's pitch is hit to center field. That could be trouble, and it is trouble. It lands between center field and right field, and it is a 2-run double for Aiden Murphy. 4-0 Humber. So Sutherland and DeBanning come around to score on the 2-out, 2-run double by Aiden Murphy. And that just landed between Riley Gray in center and Jonathan McIntosh in right. It was just in that perfect spot. Almost right down the middle. And Murphy ends up on second base. So he's in scoring position now with 2 out. And it's a 4-0 Humber lead. The batter is Ty Martin. He is 1 for 1 in the ball game. He doubled in the second inning. So 3 hits in the inning so far for the Humber Hawks. 1-0 pitch is low. Count is 2-0. So 4 runs on 6 hits in the ball game now for the Humber Hawks. Count is 2 balls and no strikes to Ty Martin. Pitch is low, and it gets away from Cocker. That's going to come all the way to the backstop, and trotting down to third is Aiden Murphy. So that's a wild pitch. So Dennis DeBanning with a couple of RBIs in this game, and now Aiden Murphy with a couple of RBIs, and that's that accounts for the 4 runs so far for the Humber Hawks in this game. 4-0 Humber. 3-0 pitch from Connor May is high. It's ball 4. So that'll bring up the designated hitter, Cam Wilcox, who's 0 for 1 in the ball game. He will be the 8th batter in this inning for the Humber Hawks. They have 3 runs across on 3 hits and a couple of walks. Assistant coach Scott Cocker coming to talk to Connor May and talk to his infielders about what they're going to do here with runners on the corners and 2 away. 1 run for Humber in the first inning and 3 here in the bottom of the 3rd inning for a 4-0 Humber lead. Durham entered this game with an 11-game winning streak, winning their final 10 regular season games, and then, of course, the first game of their tournament earlier today, a 6-2 win over the St. Clair Saints. Runner goes from first. The ball hits the plate. It's in the dirt. That's going to bring home a runner from third. As coming home hard is Aiden Murphy. As that ball hit the plate, and just Sam Cocker could not get to it as it hit the plate and bounced high and went right over him all the way to the backstop. And going to second on that wild pitch is Ty Martin. So it's now 5-0 for the Humber Hawks. All of this coming with 2 out here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Count is 1-0 to Cam Wilcox. That ball is popped foul. Count goes to 1-1. It started innocently enough with Stephen Narabecki flying out to right field, but since then, Humber's bats have come alive, and there have been a couple of walks sprinkled in there and a wild pitch as well to ignite a 4-run outburst here by the Hawks. Wilcox fouls that pitch to the left side. Count is 1-2. So once again, Durham a strike away from getting out of this inning, but they now trail 5-0 here in the 3rd inning. 1-2 pitch is high. And count is now 2 balls and 2 strikes. If Wilcox reaches, it would be a bat-around inning for Humber. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Swung on and missed for strike 3. The inning is over. That is strikeout number 3 for Connor May. But it's a big inning for the Humber Hawks. 4 runs on 3 hits and 1 runner left on base. So 3 innings in the books now here in this game with a ticket to the gold medal championship on the line. It is Humber 5 and Durham no score. You're watching the OCAA Live. This is the 2019 Men's Baseball Championship live stream on Sports Canada TV, brought to you by Bel Air Direct Insurance. Fourth inning coming up here. Durham Lords trailing the Humber Hawks 5-0 after 3 innings. 1 run for Humber in the first inning and 4 runs coming across in the third inning. And Durham, during their 11-game winning streak, has not typically been trailing in any of the games in that, except for one instance. They were trailing 4-0 in a game against George Brown and ended up coming back to win that game. But they've been used to being in front, and so now they're playing from behind and trailing 5-0 here in the fourth inning. The first batter of the inning is the cleanup hitter, Riley Gray. He bunts it down the left field line. That is a fair ball. It hits the third base bag as Ty Martin thought it might roll foul, and he decided not to play it, and he let it roll, hoping it would go foul, and it hit the third base bag, making it obviously a fair ball. So that's a leadoff bunt single for Riley Gray to start the first inning, the first batter of the fourth inning for the Durham Lords. It'll bring up Jake LeGros, the third baseman. That ball is hit up the middle to second base, and it goes off the second baseman's glove, and that's another infield single for the Durham Lords. Jared Gonsalves gave it a great effort to try and knock it down and maybe get at least 1 out at second base, but it went off of his glove. So that's a hit for LeGros and a couple of base runners here with nobody out to start the fourth inning for the Durham Lords, and they do need base runners. They trail 5-0, and Connor May will be the batter. In this ball game, he has 1 plate appearance. He laid down a sacrifice bunt in the second inning to advance Jake LeGros to second base. It was an inning where Durham was not able to bring him home with a run. That ball is popped up behind shortstop, and the shortstop is able to bring it in. Sam LaBelle. That's the first out of the inning. So Connor May trying to lift that ball to left field, just not able to get enough on it. It forced LaBelle to backpedal, but he got under it to make the catch for the first out of the fourth inning. So runners at first and second now with 1 away, and the batter is Palmer Crookshank, first baseman. He was hit by a pitch in the second inning in his only plate appearance of the ball game. He pops that ball up. It is coming to the left field side, or rather the first base side, and it's out of play. So it's a strike. Count is 0-1. Crookshank hoping for it here to move the base runners along and perhaps turn this into a run-scoring inning for the Durham Lords. They find themselves down 5-0 here in the top of the fourth inning. That ball is in the dirt, blocked by Hunter Bisser. The count is 1-1. Steve Huff is the pitcher for the Humber Hawks. No runs, 3 hits given up so far, 2 of them right here in this inning, both of them infield singles. The 1-1 count is chopped down the first base line, and it is grabbed by Huff, and he will glove it over to Aiden Murphy at first base for the second out of the inning. The runners do advance. Runners at second and third now with 2 away. So score that out 1-3, pitcher to first baseman. Riley Gray comes down to third, and Jake LeGros moves up to second base. So a couple of runners in scoring position here for Jake Story. He's 0 for 1 in the ball game. He hit into a fielder's choice in the second inning. So Story with a chance to get his team on the board here in the second inning. Swings at that pitch, misses. No balls and 1 strike. (0-1) is the count to Jake Story, the left fielder for the Durham Lords. Bats from the right side, jersey number 19. Huff's pitch is chopped foul, and Story is behind 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 away here, 2 on for the Lords. Steve Huff, the pitcher, is ahead 0-2. Tries to paint the corner there, misses. 1 ball and 2 strikes. That's a tough take for a pitcher. That pitch just missing on the corner on the outside, and perhaps just below the knees. But a pitcher's pitch for sure. Here's the 1-2. It's high. 2 balls and 2 strikes. So Story has worked the count even. Riley Gray is at third. Jake LeGros is at second base. They want to come home with a couple of runs here. Here's the 2-2 pitch. It's taken. Oh, it's taken for strike 3. And that is called strike 3 as it looked a little bit high, but it is strike 3. So that is the 4th strikeout of the game for Steve Huff, and the Durham Lords strand 2 and are not able to score. So 3.5 in the books here in this game between Humber and Durham. It is a 5-0 Humber lead as we move to the middle of the 4th inning. You're watching the OCAA Live. This is the 2019 Men's Baseball Championship live stream on Sports Canada TV, brought to you by Bel Air Direct. It'll be the 9, 1, and 2 hitters coming up for the Humber Hawks here in the bottom of the 4th inning. And the Hawks leading the Durham Lords by a score of 5-0. 1 run in the first, 4 runs in the 3rd inning for Humber. 5 runs on 6 hits for Humber. No runs on 3 hits to this point for the Durham Lords. Connor May, starting pitcher for Durham in this game, will stay on the mound here in the 4th inning, and he will start off with Jared Gonzalez coming to the plate. Give us a chance to take a quick look at the awards that were handed out last night at the OCAA Banquet. Player of the Year, Cooper Lamb of the Seneca Sting. The Rookie of the Year, Sam LaBelle of these Humber Hawks, was the Rookie of the Year. Pitcher Jason Krause of the Durham Lords was Pitcher of the Year. Batting champion Fernando Suarez for Durham at .455. And the Coach of the Year was St. Clair Saints head coach Dave Cooper. And we'll talk about the OCAA All-Stars. A couple of them here from the Humber Hawks. Sam LaBelle and Liam Sutherland both named to the All-Star team. Cooper Lamb of Seneca. St. Clair had 3 players, Luis Barrios, Michael McKay, and Brendan Renault. And 5 of the All-Stars went to the Durham Lords: Sam Cocker, Griffin Oliver, Riley Gray, Fernando Suarez, and Jason Krause, rounding out your All-Stars for the 2019 OCAA men's baseball season. So, bottom of the 4th, and Connor May's first pitch to Jared Gonzalez is high, ball 1. Gonzalez is 0 for 1 in the ball game. Flied out to right field to end the 2nd inning. That pitch misses for ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. Not sure if that was inside or out, but the umpire is giving a warning to the pitcher. The umpire has engaged in argument here, and we've got discussions going on about a pitch that was very close. And to be honest, I couldn't tell whether that was inside or outside. but it was called a ball. And the coach, it looks like there's been an ejection here. And the umpire is now having a discussion with Sam Dempster. It looks like Colin Dempster, one of the assistant coaches for the Durham Lords, has been ejected from the game. Not quite 100% sure of that, but a discussion going on right now. The umpire said something to the pitcher after that last pitch, which looked very close to being a strike. It was called a ball. I didn't necessarily hear Connor May say anything to the umpire, but the umpire said something to the pitcher. And so that's where we are right now. And we're going to have a bit of a timeout here as everybody tries to reset, as tempers starting to rise a little bit as the tension goes. 2 balls and no strikes is the count to Jared Gonzalez. But like I say, that last pitch, it was certainly at the right height, and I could not tell whether it was inside or outside. But it was called a ball. So it's a 2-0 count to Jared Gonzalez. And hopefully everyone will settle down here for both sides. But fans are getting on the umpires a bit here too. And a little unusual to see the umpire take on the pitcher in that way, but I guess he thought he saw a gesture or something said. But Connor May said he never said a word, so we'll see what happens. The count is 3-0. And Jared Gonzalez is way ahead here of Connor May here in the bottom of the 4th inning. A 5-0 lead for the Humber Hawks. Pitch is taken low, ball 4. So Gonzalez, the number 9 hitter, trots down to first base with a leadoff walk. And that'll turn the lineup over for Stephen Nawrebecki. He's 0 for 2 in the ball game with a ground out and a fly out. One of only 2 Humber Hawks to not reach base in this game so far. Gonzalez has a big lead at first. Pitch is taken. It's low, ball 1. The Durham Lords just trying to keep a 5-0 lead at 5-0. That pitch is hammered to left field. Tough play, and it's past the left fielder. Jake Story dives for it. Could not get to it. That is going to score Jared Gonzalez all the way from first. The ball is thrown home. It's too high, and they throw down to third, and going to third is Stephen Nawrebecki. So it's a 6-0 score now as Gonzalez comes all the way around from first on that double to left field. Jake Story was not able to come up with it, and it got past him, and that allowed Gonzalez to come all the way around from first base. So it's an RBI for Nawrebecki. Perhaps will be scored a triple. Connor May is going to be taken out of the ballgame, and he is very frustrated with the turn of events here. Felt he got shortchanged on a call earlier in the inning, and that is going to lead the Durham Lords to make a pitching change. It'll be Justin Travis coming into the ballgame now. Here in the bottom of the 4th inning, a 6-0 lead for the Humber Hawks, and a runner on third with nobody out. So a run in the first for Humber, 4 in the third, and now 1 here in the 4th inning for the 6-0 lead. And Justin Travis will come into the ball game as the new pitcher for the Durham Lords. And we'll take a look at Justin's numbers if we can here in a moment. The numbers are not showing up on my statistics sheet right now, but I know that Justin Travis has made at least a couple of appearances so far this season. The right-hander pitching in a game just back on Tuesday night at Seneca. So he will come into the ball game here, and Humber in control right now with a 6-0 lead in the bottom of the 4th inning. So we see 7 hits so far in the ball game for the Humber Hawks. And now they have the 2, 3, and 4 hitters coming up. Hunter Bisser, Liam Sutherland, Dennis DeBanning, all veteran players, all great hitters, and they've all scored runs in this game. Hunter Bisser will be the next batter. Bats in the number 2 slot. He is the catcher, and he is 1 for 1 in the ball game with a double and a walk and 2 runs scored. So the infield is in now for the Durham Lords with a runner on third and nobody out. They will try to make sure they keep a ground ball in the infield to prevent that 7th run from coming in. Justin Travis's pitch is taken inside for ball 1, 1-0. Stephen Rebecki is the runner at third base for the Humber Hawks. Justin Travis's 1-0 pitch is taken at the knees for strike 1. Bisser with a couple of runs in this game, a double and a walk as well. And looking to bring home another run here with a hit, a ground ball, a sacrifice fly. Big swing, not able to connect. Count is 1-1. Time is called, and we'll reset. Humber leading at 6-0. We're in the bottom of the 4th inning. The winner of this game goes to the gold medal matchup. The loser of this game will play tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock against the St. Clair Saints in an elimination game, and the winner of that game will play the winner of this game for the gold medal. The Humber Hawks, of course, will be hosting the national championships next weekend in Etobicoke. The 1-2 pitch swung on and missed. Strike 3. So there is the first out of the inning as Justin Travis comes on to get Hunter Bisser. So 1 away, runner at third, and it'll be Liam Sutherland. Sutherland in the game is 1 for 2. The single and a run scored, hit into a fielder's choice in the first inning. Runner at first as Justin Travis fires that in there for a strike, 0-1. Scoring opportunity here for the Humber Hawks, and they've converted a number of these scoring opportunities in this game so far tonight. Here's the 0-1 pitch from Travis. That is hit to left field. That is a fair ball. It is going to land and go down to the left, not quite to the corner, but it could be a double as Sutherland comes into second, and he's in there. It's an RBI double for Liam Sutherland, and it is a 7-0 ball game for Humber. So now Rebecki comes in easily from third base with the 7th run and the 2nd of this inning for the Humber Hawks. Humber 7, Durham no score. Dennis DeBanning is now the batter. He's 1 for 2 in the ball game. He's knocked in a couple of runs. Hit into a fielder's choice. He takes a ball. First pitch from Justin Travis. Hit into a fielder's choice. Doubled as well. Knocked in a run back in the third. His fielder's choice scored a run back in the first. Liam Sutherland at his base runner at second. That ball is fouled to the right side. No to play. 1-1. to Banning. The 1-1 count facing Justin Travis. And that pitch curves in there for a strike, 1-2. Good movement on that pitch from Justin Travis. Sam LaBelle waits on deck for the Humber Hawks. Here's the 1-2. Nice block by Cocker, but he's not able to get to it fast enough. He prevented it from going past him, but it bounced to his left, and that allows Liam Sutherland to go down to third base. So the count is now 2 balls and 2 strikes, and a runner at third with 1 away. Humber already leading 7-0. 4th inning. Here comes the 2-2 pitch from Justin Travis. That is lined to Griffin Oliver. It's short. Hammered. That's the second out of the inning. Oliver quickly grabbed it and was looking to throw it back to third to maybe double off Liam Sutherland, but Sutherland very alertly did not venture too far off of third base, as he didn't need to, of course, with only 1 away. So now there are 2 out. DeBanning is retired on a line out to short, and here's Sam LaBelle. 1 for 2 in the game with a single and a strikeout. Pitch is taken for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes to Sam LaBelle, the OCAA Rookie of the Year. Plays shortstop for the Hawks. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That is hit to right field, and if that drops, that's going to bring in a run. It does. It's an RBI single, and coming home to score is Liam Sutherland, and that makes it an 8-0 ball game in favor of the Humber Hawks. So that is the 3rd hit of the inning and the 3rd run of the inning for Humber. And Aiden Murphy comes up now with a runner at first and 2 away. Sam LaBelle is the base runner at first. Aiden Murphy is 1 for 2 in the ball game with a double and a strikeout. Pitch taken at the knees, and it is ball 1. So a close ball game after a couple innings. It was 1-0. But 4 runs in the 3rd inning and now 3 runs here in the 4th inning for the Hawks. Pitch is low, 2-0 to Aiden Murphy. As mentioned, the Humber Hawks will host the National Championship Tournament next weekend in Etobicoke. There are 6 teams in that tournament. As we look to the 2-0 pitch, taken for a strike. 2 balls and 1 strike. Humber, one of the 6 teams in that tournament, of course, as the host. So they're there no matter what happens to them this weekend. There will be one other team from Ontario, and it'll either be Durham or it'll either be St. Clair. 2-1 is the count to Aiden Murphy. It's a big swing and a miss. Off-speed pitch, 2-2. In that national tournament, the Humber Hawks and the OCAA champion or finalist, if Humber happens to win the championship, the finalist would also get a berth to the national championships. There are 2 teams from Quebec, one from Prince Edward Island and one from British Columbia. Here's the 2-2 pitch, taken at the knees, and it's a ball. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Aiden Murphy. 8-0 is the score in favor of Humber here. We're playing in the bottom of the 4th inning, and this game has slowed down to a snail's pace. Justin Travis, the full count. The runner will go with the pitch. The pitch is hit to right field, and no chance for a play there on the right side as it lands harmlessly in foul territory. Count remains 3-2. The next game in this tournament will be the losing team in this game against the St. Clair Saints. scheduled for 10 o'clock tomorrow morning here at Kinsmen Stadium. That is the bronze medal game. The loser of that game will be awarded the bronze medal in the tournament. The winner will advance to the gold medal and silver medal matchup at 1 o'clock here at Kinsmen Stadium tomorrow. And needing to beat the winner of this game twice tomorrow as Aiden Murphy takes that pitch high for ball 4. So the inning continues. LaBelle goes down to second base. First and second now with 2 away. And the batter will be Ty Martin. He is 1 for 1 in the ball game with a double and a walk. The third baseman for the Humber Hawks wears jersey number 26 and bats from the left side. Sam LaBelle is at second. Aiden Murphy is at first base. Justin Travis's pitch is high, ball 1. Count is a ball and no strikes to Ty Martin. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Good pop on that pitch there from Justin Travis. Wears jersey number 1. Durham in the green jerseys. Humber in the blue jerseys, blue and gold, the gold numbers. Count is a ball and a strike. 2 away here, 2 on. Travis is ready. And the pitch is taken for ball 2, 2-1. Just missing the zone. Three runs in this inning so far for the Humber Hawks. Here's the 2-1 pitch. It's low and in the dirt. Cocker blocks it. Keeps it in front of him. The runners are not able to advance. And the count goes to 3-1. If Martin reaches, Cam Wilcox, the designated hitter, is on deck. Here's the 3-1 pitch. Fouled away, strike 2. So, full count now. Runners will be going with the pitch. Base runners are Sam LaBelle at second and Aiden Murphy at first. The batter is Ty Martin. Durham looking to end what has not been a favorable inning for them on the defensive side. And Travis will step off and look the runners back to second. There have been a couple of walks in this inning and 3 hits. Here's the 3-2 pitch. It is taken low for ball 4. So that'll move the base runners up. The bases are loaded now for Cam Wilcox. Cam Wilcox is 0 for 2 in the ball game. He is grounded to second and he is struck out. This is now a bat-around inning for Humber. He is the 9th batter to appear at the plate. Swing and a miss from the pitch from Justin Travis, strike 1. LaBelle at third, Murphy at second, Ty Martin at first. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. Blocked as it hit the dirt, and Sam Cocker making a great job there to block that pitch and ensuring it didn't get past him. And the count is now 1 ball and 1 strike. Bases loaded here for Humber in the bottom of the 4th inning in an 8-0 lead. Travis's pitch is fouled to the right side, and it's not going to be playable. It's out. and it's now 1 ball and 2 strikes. This inning feels like it's lasted about 3 hours. Perhaps it's the cold temperature. Just the pace of the game has just slowed down. But the Lords are with a chance to get out of this here with a 1-2 count to Cam Wilcox. Pitch is high, and too high for Cam Wilcox to offer at it. So the count now 2 balls and 2 strikes. One in the first inning, 4 in the third, and 3 so far here in the 4th inning for Humber. Here's the 2-2 pitch, fouled away. We'll do it again. Humber finished the season with a record of 13-5. 1 game ahead of the Durham Lords, who finished at 12-6. The 2-2 pitch is outside. 3 balls and 2 strikes. The appeal down to first for the check swing, but did not go. So the count is full. Justin Travis trying to complete this very long 4th inning for the Humber Hawks. Been a good one for Humber. The pitch is taken. Strike 3 called. The inning is over. So that's Travis's 2nd strikeout, and it brings an end to the inning. It's Humber 8 and Durham no score after 4 complete here in Oshawa. You're watching OCAA Live. This is the 2019 OCAA Men's Baseball Championship live stream on Sports Canada TV, brought to you by Bel Air Direct Insurance. Okay, so we go to the top of the 5th inning now. The Durham Lords, with a lot of work to do to get back into this game, trailing by a count of 8-0, heading to the top of the 5th inning, as Steve Huff will continue on the mound. He had a very long rest in the 4th inning, and a very long inning as 3 runs came in and a bat-around inning for the Humber Hawks in the bottom of the 4th inning. So let's see if he stays fresh. He comes out and delivers a first pitch ball to Jonathan McIntosh, who is 0 for 1 in the ball game. He struck out in the 2nd to end the 2nd inning. That ball is hit to center field, and it is going to be caught. Liam Sutherland coming in and charging it, and hauls it in for the first out of the inning. So quickly 1 out here for the Lords in the top of the 5th. They are the visiting team. They are in the green jerseys. Humber in the blue jerseys with the gold numbers. And the batter will be Jordan D'Amico. He is 1 for 2 in the ball game. He's grounded out, and he singled in the 3rd, was later caught stealing. D'Amico looks at ball 1 from Steve Huff. 3 hits so far in the ball game for Durham. That pitch is very high. D'Amico takes it for ball 2. That pitch is ripped to right center field. That is a base hit for Jordan D'Amico. He goes around first, takes a big turn, and will go back to first. So that's a solid base hit. 4th hit of the ball game for the Durham Lords, and the 2nd hit of the ball game for Jordan D'Amico. So it's a runner on first base, and that will bring up the shortstop, number 6, Griffin Oliver. He is 0 for 1 in the ball game. He walked in the first inning. He he grounded out to the pitcher in the 3rd inning. The Durham Lords looking just for base runners at this point. First pitch is high to Griffin Oliver, and it is ball 1. Now waiting on deck is the catcher, Sam Cocker. 1-0 pitch is caught on and fouled away, 1-1. Griffin Oliver fouls that and shakes his head because he knew he had a pitch to hit right there, and he fouled it away. Count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. Just a little bit under it. Jordan D'Amico is the base runner at first. Count is 1-2 to Oliver. Fouled away. Oliver stays alive on that off-speed pitch. 8 runs on 9 hits for the Humber Hawks. No runs on 4 hits to this point for the Durham Lords, who are in the top of the 5th inning. 8-0 for the Hawks. The 1-2 pitch is hit up the middle. It's a base hit for Oliver, and that will move Jordan D'Amico over to second base. And the runners at first and second now with 1 away. So that's the 5th hit of the game for the Lords and the 2nd consecutive hit in this inning. D'Amico at second, Griffin Oliver at first base, and the batter is Sam Cocker. Sam Cocker is the catcher. He is 0 for 2 in the ball game to this point with a flyout and a strikeout. Takes strike 1 from Steve Huff. Lords looking to get something on the board here in the 5th inning against the Humber Hawks. That pitch is looped to center field. It's going to drop for a base hit, and it's a base hit for Cocker. 3 consecutive hits now, and the bases are loaded for Durham. As Cocker didn't get all of that, but he got enough of it as he muscled it over the second baseman into right center field. So that's his first hit of the ball game, and now 6 hits in the game for the Durham Lords. And that will bring up Riley Gray. Riley Gray in this game is 1 for 2. He is a single back in the 4th inning, and he struck out to end the 1st inning. Bases are loaded here with 1 away, and he takes a look at strike 1 from Steve Huff. Jordan D'Amico at third, Griffin Oliver at second, Sam Cocker at first. Here's the 0-1 pitch. It is wide or outside for a ball. I believe the count is 1-1. Scoreboard says 2-1. Riley Gray bats from the left side. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. Taken, it misses for ball 2. 2-1. Now the scoreboard is back to 2-1. Release the scoreboard. Oh, it says 3-1. I will rely on what the umpire has the call on here. The pitch to Riley Gray coming up here. The base is loaded. Big swing and a miss, so that's definitely strike two. Scoreboard says 3-2. Riley Gray looking to bring home a run or two here for the Durham Lords here in the top of the fifth inning to get some kind of momentum going if they can. Pitch is high, ball 3. So the count previously was 2-2, now it is 3-2. Three and two, one out. Bases loaded here for Durham in the top of the fifth inning. Trying to get something going against Steve Huff. 3-2 pitch. Swung on and missed for strike 3. That is strikeout number 5 for Steve Huff. Bases remain loaded now with 2 out, and in the batter is Jake LeGros. First pitch to LeGros is low for ball 1. Durham stranded 5 base runners over the first 4 innings. Looking to cash a few of them in here as LeGros tried to hold up on his swing but went around. The count is a ball and 1 strike. LeGros is 1 for 1 in the game. He has a single and a walk. D'Amico at third, Oliver at second, Cocker at first. Count is 1-1. That ball is hit to second base, and it bounces nicely for the second baseman who fires over to first. Jared Gonzalez to Aiden Murphy. The inning is over, and the Lords strand 3 runners here in the 5th inning. So no runs on 3 hits and 3 runners left on base. We've played 4.5 innings. It is Humber 8 and Durham no score. You're watching OCAA Live. This is the 2019 OCAA Men's Baseball Championship live stream on Sports Canada TV, brought to you by Bel Air Direct. So we go to the bottom of the 5th inning here in a 8-0 lead for the Humber Hawks over the Durham Lords in a game that was started out very closely, 1-0 game after 2 innings, but Humber with 4 runs in the 3rd inning and 3 runs in the 4th inning to build an 8-0 lead. 8 runs on 9 hits for Humber, no runs on 6 hits for Durham, and they have stranded 8 base runners. Just not able to get the key hit when they've needed it, and Humber has had some clutch hitting to take advantage in this game. The winner of this game will play in the gold medal matchup tomorrow at 1 o'clock. The loser of this game will play tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock against the St. Clair Saints. And the winner of that game will play the winner of this game for the gold medal championship tomorrow afternoon. It's a double elimination tournament, so once you lose your second game, that's it. And the only team that eliminated so far, the Seneca Sting, lost their 2 games today, 7-4 to these Humber Hawks and 10-0 to the St. Clair Saints. Durham earlier today beat St. Clair 6-2, and so Durham and Humber meeting each other tonight as both 1-0 teams. But it is an 8-0 lead for Humber going to the bottom of the 5th inning here at Kinsmen Stadium in Oshawa. Temperature, by the way, has dropped to 4 degrees Celsius in the last. It's dropped about 4 or 5 degrees in the last hour. So it is a very chilly night. Fortunately, it's not exceptionally windy, but it is not warm. So the leadoff batter will be hit by that pitch. Jared Gonzalez is hit by the pitch to start the 5th inning for the Humber Hawks. He trots down to first base. And on a cold night like this, a ball that hits you in the leg or anywhere just stings a little bit more because of the temperature. And the Durham Lords can ill afford to give up more base runners to the Humber Hawks in a game that's now 8-0. And Humber in a position to end this game on the mercy rule if they are able to score 2 runs here in the 5th inning. The batter is Stephen Narabecki. He fouls that first pitch from Justin Travis. The count is 0-1. Narabecki is 1 for 3 in the ball game, but that one was a big one. As he hit a triple in the 4th inning. There he fouls another one off. Count is 0-2 now. So 0-2 now to Narabecki. His RBI triple coming back in the 4th inning. He's also grounded out to second and flied out to right. 0-2 is the count. Travis's pitch off speed, and he gets his man there as Narabecki swings and misses at strike 3. So that's the first out of the 5th inning here for Humber. And that is the 3rd strikeout of the game to this point for Justin Travis. Hunter Bisser will now be the batter. He's 1 for 2. He's doubled. He's walked. He's struck out. He's scored a couple of runs. 0-1. Sorry, the first pitch makes the count 0-1 to Hunter Bisser. Jared Gonzalez is the batter at first, or is the runner at first. He was hit by a pitch to lead off this inning. Travis is ready with the 0-1 pitch to Hunter Bisser. And he misses, just missing for ball 1. 1 ball and 1 strike. Gonzalez gets his lead at first. And they will throw back over to first. Gonzalez is back in sliding. Count is 1 ball and 1 strike to Hunter Bisser, the number 2 hitter in the Humber lineup. Hunter Bisser is in his 4th year as a Humber Hawk, member of last year's Ontario Championship team. 1-1 pitch is taken, and he does not offer at it, so the count goes to 2 balls and 1 strike. Two and 1 is the count, and that pitch is in there at the knees for strike 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Hunter Bisser. Jared Gonzalez at first base. Liam Sutherland awaits on deck. Humber leading 8-0 here. Winner goes to the gold medal matchup tomorrow afternoon. Loser of this game plays St. Clair tomorrow at 10 o'clock. Pitches outside and runs the count full. The St. Clair Saints staying alive in the tournament earlier this evening with a 10-0 win to eliminate the Seneca Sting. So they will play the loser of this game, and the winner of that game will have a chance to play for the gold medal against the winner of this game. It's all easy to figure out. There's a walk as Hunter Bisser takes that pitch high, and Bisser goes down to first base. So it's now runners at first and second with one out here in the fifth inning. And that brings out Sam Dempster to the mound, and he's going to take the game ball from Justin Travis as Travis comes out of the ball game, and we're going to see a new pitcher now for the Durham Lords. So Travis came on in the fourth inning, leaves the game with 3 strikeouts, but also issued 4 walks, and he hit a batter. So a pitching change coming up here for the Durham Lords. And it is Mitchell Heineman from Pickering who will come on to pitch for the Lords here with 1 out in the fifth inning in an 8-0 game. Right-hander is warming up. It's pretty hard to warm up in a night that it's this cold. So Humber with runners at first and second and 1 out here in the fifth inning, and 2 more runs for Humber would end this game on the mercy rule. The mercy rule being if you're leading by 10 runs or more after 5 innings, the game ends. So Humber looking to repeat as gold medalists at the Ontario College Athletic Association Men's Baseball Championship, winning last year in the championship matchup against the St. Clair Saints. And if they can hold on in this game, they will be playing for the gold medal tomorrow afternoon. Interestingly, Humber in their opening game to this afternoon that actually began this morning against Seneca, they were trailing in that game 4-2. As the first pitch to Liam Sutherland is in for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. Humber having to come from behind to beat Seneca earlier today to advance to this game. Heineman's pitch is in the dirt and blocked by Cocker. Count is 2 balls and no strikes to Liam Sutherland. Sutherland is 2 for 3 in the ball game. He has a double, a single. He's hit into a fielder's choice. He scored a couple of runs. And he is one of the OCAA All-Stars for the Hawks as he takes a strike from Mitchell Heineman. Base runner at second is Jared Gonzalez. Hunter Bisser is the runner at first. 1 away here in the fifth inning for the Humber Hawks. That ball is hit to short, and it's not able to come up with it as Griffin Oliver. That gets under his glove and goes out to center field, and it is a single. Bases are loaded now. So Sutherland has a 3-hit night. That moves Gonzalez up to third and Bisser to second. Gonzalez and Bisser represent the mercy runs that could potentially end this game if they both come in to score here in this fifth inning. Heineman's pitch to Dennis DeBanning is fouled off for strike 1. DeBanning in this game has a couple of RBIs. He has a double, a fielder's choice, hit into a fielder's choice that scored a run in the first inning. He's lined out to short. So officially 1 for 3 in the ballgame. Count is 0-1 to DeBanning. That ball is lifted to right field. Could be trouble. It lands fair. One run is in. Here comes the second run, and he is safe at home. The game is over. Humber wins it on a mercy, 10-0, as DeBanning brings home 2 runs and a bloop single to the right side that lands behind first base to end the ball game. So that propels Humber into the gold medal matchup tomorrow afternoon. They will get to rest tomorrow morning, and they will await the winner of tomorrow morning's 10 o'clock game between the Durham Lords and the St. Clair Saints. The winner of that game will face Durham for the gold medal tomorrow afternoon, and they'll have to beat Durham twice, or rather they'll have to beat Humber twice in order to win the gold medal, because it's a double elimination tournament. So whoever wins that game tomorrow between St. Clair and Durham, they will have to win 2 games tomorrow afternoon in order to dethrone the defending defending Ontario champions, the Humber Hawks. Actually, they are the national champions as well. They hosted the national championship last year, and they also won that in Etobicoke late last October. So the roll continues for the Humber Hawks, and as the teams shake hands, everybody will head off and try and warm up. What we hope is a little bit warmer day tomorrow here at Kinsmen Stadium. As we say, the temperature has dropped to 4 degrees right now, and everybody is probably just going to be happy to get inside and warm up and get ready for the medal games tomorrow at the OCAA Men's Baseball Championship. The teams are going to line up now at home plate and on the baselines for the presentations of players of the game. So we'll wait and see what those are. Jordan D'Amico is the player of the game for the Durham Lords. He had 2 singles in this game. He was 2 for 3. So good night at the plate for him, but the Lords not able to cash in any runs. Steve Huff is the player of the game for the Humber Hawks. And there were a number of different candidates available, certainly, for the Humber Hawks in that game. Dennis DeBanning also had a good night at the plate with RBIs. But Steve Huff takes player of the game, and the Humber Hawks enter the second day of the tournament tomorrow with a perfect 2-0 record. So they were winners 7-4 over Seneca earlier today, and now tonight 10-0 over the Durham Lords. So they go to the gold medal game tomorrow at 1 o'clock, and they will face the winner of the game between Durham and St. Clair. That is a 10 o'clock game, and that will be our next broadcast here on the OCAA live stream, and we hope you will join us for that. That'll be the Durham Lords and the St. Clair Saints. The winner of that game will face the Humber Hawks for the Ontario Championship tomorrow afternoon. So join us at that time tomorrow morning, 10 o'clock here at Kinsmen Civic Memorial Stadium. We thank you for joining us. We hope you've enjoyed tonight's action. The final score again, Humber 10 and Durham no score. You've been watching OCAA Live, the 2019 Men's Baseball Championship live stream Sports Canada TV, brought to you by Bel Air Direct. This is Brian Oliver. Good night from Oshawa.